What's up, you guys? I'm here with an episode on the Captain Jack Pod. I'm here with my co-host P Wavy.
It's Pat Wavy, y'all.
And today you got another special guest. NBA legend. I would say the best six man of all time.
Definitely.
Right? And one of the best hands in the league. Yeah.
Definitely.
Jamal Crawford, what's up?
What's good, y'all? Appreciate y'all having me.
What's going on with you, man? How's everything going?
It's good, bro. Just doing TV right now and coaching. So for me, it's been like the perfect balance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How the coaching and everything been?
It's been dope because before I was just a parent. You know what I mean? So I was just like keeping the score, and then it evolved to the guy who runs the program, Daryl Hennings for Rotary. He was like, man, why don't you should coach? I'm like, man, I don't know. So then I started coaching. This is my third year. I coach my son, JJ, and a bunch of other talented players. And it's dope because it's different than just AAU. Like, we treat it like a real team. So everybody, like, plays together, and they enjoy each other's success, which has really been dope to be a part of.
Yeah. We start every episode the same. I'd like to ask each guest, what's your top 5 scorers ever, like in the league?
Top 5 score, like pure scores ever?
Yeah.
Facts.
Pure scores.
Jordan, Kobe, Durant. I guess Wilt had 100 in the game, and then Kareem. I say them 5. Them 5. I think it's a good mix of older players and current players right now.
I'm not gonna lie. I never heard Biggs up there.
I never heard Wilt and Kareem up there.
Yeah, you the
Bro,
first.
Wilt had 100 in the game.
We didn't see that. We didn't see that. I don't know. He probably got 100 layups in the game.
Hey, it was still 100. Nobody's broke it. And then he had a season where he averaged 50.
Oh yeah, nah. That's insane.
You didn't even know that.
Nah,
I
didn't
knew he
know
had that season where he averaged OD points, but you know what it is though? It's like when I think about a pure scorer, it's like if Wilt played right now, Will's dominating everybody by far. No, that's gonna be like a Gobert.
Nah,
With some offense.
Come on, bro. He's not going to be Gobert.
That's gonna be Gobert with some offense.
No, it's not.
Will is different.
Because Will have a jump shot, like a mid-range shot? No. He didn't need it, though.
You have to go back and look at, like, because I know, like, we talk about time periods. You got to look at how he was moving, like, as far as how he was getting up and down the court.
Yeah.
His style of play, like you said. Like, I see what you're saying. I see what you're trying to say. But, nah, he wouldn't go Gobert. No disrespect to Gobert. But Wilt, bro. Until somebody scores 100 in the game, and now the pace is faster, so it's a little bit easier to score.
Yeah, definitely.
Wait, so you think he's a better scorer than Harden? I got Harden in my top 5.
So let me hear y'all's top 5 first.
You want to hear mine?
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
I go Kobe, Melo, T-Mac, Durant, and Michael Jordan.
Yeah, facts.
Okay.
Same list.
Okay. And then what's yours?
I got Kobe, Jordan. I gotta put Braun, bro. I always add Braun, KD, and AI.
See, like, we should do 5 from the 90s on. Then I would be with y'all. I think that list is valid because Melo's a bucket, Iverson was a bucket, KD, we know, like, Harden was a bucket, Luka's a bucket now. You know what I'm saying? Like, Luka averaged 30 plus.
Luka 30.
Yeah, so like there's buckets out there.
Luka get a snub for that MVP don't sit right with me. I don't know.
You think he got snubbed?
He got snubbed.
Who was
He
your
did
MVP?
get snubbed.
He got snubbed.
He was up there. So let me ask y'all this. Who are the 5 most underrated bucket getters of all time? I think that's a better one.
Underrated bucket getters.
Underrated bucket getters.
Like, I'll give you an example. Like, a Lou Will would be up there.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say you, Lou Will. Lou Will's a basket.
Who you got?
Monte Ellis or Joe Johnson, them type of dudes.
Yeah.
Monte Ellis was good on the Warriors.
I was going to skip to my Lou was good.
Skip was good, but when he played in the league, he is more of a pure point.
Yeah, they ain't let him play his. They ain't let him play his game.
Nah, they didn't.
They didn't let him play his
different times
game.
for sure.
Definitely.
I think right now who's the bucket people don't really talk too much about D Mitch. I think D Mitch is a basket.
He a bucket for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. If I had to give you my 5 underrated, who was really a killer? Like,
Gilbert Arenas was good.
damn.
Gilbert. There
Yo.
you go. Like
Gilbert
guys
was
like
good.
that.
Yeah.
Those are
Yo.
like underrated buckets.
DeMarcus-
Because everybody knows about the Melos, the Kobe.
Yeah.
DeMarcus
MJ.
Cousins was something else. Yo.
A bucket?
DeMarcus
Killer.
Cousins was
People don't talk about him enough, bro. He was
Nah,
cold.
Cousins.
He was
Nah, Cousins was
DeMarcus
killing
Cousins was
everybody.
Could
really-
not stop him, bro.
Yo,
Yo,
Cousins-
remember the year they did the Twin Towers with AD and DeMarcus? It was
Yeah.
over
I don't know
for
how that team
everybody.
never-
In
I never
Sac, he
won
was doing
nothing.
whatever he wanted, bro. Like he was getting 35. He was doing video game numbers in Sac.
Yo, bro, yeah, he was wilding.
Who else was a silent killer that just went under the radar? I ain't gonna lie. When I talk about underrated buckets, I always gotta throw Jeremy Lin in there. I would never forget being a kid watching
Lin
Lin
San, you was in
Sanity,
New
bro.
York.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I could never
Bro, he had a
forget
good-
that. Like I
he had a good
forgot
week.
about Melo for a whole month. Like you know how crazy that is. Like I forgot about Melo existence, gang. I was wearing we go to the cafeteria every day talk about strictly Jeremy Lin, gang.
Nah, he had a good few weeks, bro.
Nah,
Yeah, he was
Wow.
killing.
Yeah,
He
was
was
killing.
everywhere. He was killing.
Damn.
Yeah.
Who else would I put
But
on
like
that?
B. Roy, Brandon Roy was a bucket.
Brandon Roy was another one.
Those are the ones I'm talking about. Like we
Yeah,
know about
yeah.
the obvious ones. We got to educate everybody
Yeah.
on the underrated ones.
Yeah,
So what's
yeah.
your 5 underrated list? Let me hear, because you got them.
Okay. So I never put myself on no list, just by the way. So just FYI. So I would say I think B. Roy's not talked about enough. I think Monte's not talked about enough. I think Joe Johnson. I think Gilbert. That's
Johnson.
4. Underrated bucket. Who was like a bucket that was just cold? Nobody really talked about.
Lamar Odom, too. I ain't gonna
He was a
lie.
bucket, but he could do everything. I'm talking about just like
He's a
Nick
pure-
Young got buckets. Like
Nick
Nick
Young.
Young was
Yeah.
a bucket. Brandon Jennings was a bucket.
Brandon Jennings. Yeah, we had one of 5
You know who else is cold? Nobody talks about enough. Steve Francis was cold.
Steve
Steve
Francis.
Francis.
Yeah,
Definitely.
franchise.
Damn.
Stephon Marbury. Like them.
Marbury.
For sure. Marbury was good, too.
You know, it's a lot of guys that people forget
There's a
about.
lot
That's
of
like,
people
yeah.
Forget
forget
about.
about.
That's why we got to tell them
Facts.
about.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. You ain't even. I used to. Who else was I used to be? Tyreek Evans was OD, too.
was cold.
Tyreek
Yeah, he
Evans
was
was
He was
OD.
Hey, you know who else that nobody would probably mention? It was a pure bucket. Jordan Crawford was a bucket.
Jordan Crawford.
Nah, you know what's crazy? I didn't get too much into
Yeah, I
Jordan
didn't.
Crawford.
I
You didn't,
didn't watch his
go
game too
look
much.
up Jordan Crawford.
Who's on the
Look up
Clippers? What
Marshawn
team he was on?
Brooks. They was buckets. Underrated. Shout out to them.
Yeah. What year
Marshawn,
was Jordan Crawford at them?
Jordan Crawford was like 2011. He was at the Hawks with me, and then he went to the Wizards. And Marshawn Brooks was with the Nets. Like cold bucket, you would never know it, but they was cold.
Oh,
cold,
we
cold.
missed one. I'm disappointed in all of us. Deron Williams.
Oh my
Derrick
God, hey
Williams.
bro, he crossed me over so bad.
Yeah.
I don't even play enough defense to get crossed. He crossed me over so bad, bro.
Yo, his
I had to get
crossover
him
was
back.
lethal.
Yeah.
You caught him?
Later in the he used to hop into his cross. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he was skipping to it. You would think the screen was coming, and he would reject. He was cold. But I just remember one that I got to say, Mahmoud. If y'all get a chance, go look up Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. He was one of the coldest.
I do Rove.
On-
Yeah, I know.
on Denver Nuggets, yeah.
Yes, he was one of the coldest.
See, I like your basketball. I can like this basketball.
Yeah.
I've heard these names in generations.
See? Nick
What's it
Van
called?
Axel. Bro, I got so many.
And we gotta
Crazy.
stop. And we gotta remember Gordon Hayward before. Gordon Hayward was really
bucket.
one of them.
Yeah.
Hayward
a
was really
bucket.
one of them. Hayward was
He was
one
a
of them
bucket.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called? But let's talk about let's get into like for people. I mean, people know, but like who like explain for everybody who is Jamal Crawford. Like, what do you do? Like for me.
So, I'm a hooper, bro, like to the core of me. I've been a hooper ever since I was 2 years old. I've always had a rock with me, always had a ball with me, no matter where I went. That's why people like, man, how you dribble so good? I never done a cone drill in my life. Like never, not to this day. So I always had the ball with me wherever I went. I would take it to the movies. I sleep my basketball. So at the core of who I am, everything that has grown for me has grown from basketball. So I played for a long time. I wasn't even known till I was 16. Like that's when my name just started buzzing around like my city. And then it took off nationally that following summer. But I'm a hooper. I'm a giver. Like I care about people, always trying to help people. I do a lot in my community. I'm just me. I think I'm authentic. You know, I think that's rare. Like I'm not gonna get with one set of friends and be like this, and then get with a whole different crowd and be like that. Like what you see is what you get, no matter where I'm at. And that I think that people connect to that. Whether it's OG in the hood, it's somebody that's on the streets homeless, or it's this guy from a whole different part of town who may not even be my color. Like I just connect with whoever because you're gonna get me at all times. but I'm somebody who cares about people. I love basketball, but basketball doesn't define me. I think how you
Yeah.
treat people and how people receive you is way more important than just being a dope hooper. You know what I'm saying? But I love hoop. I love people. I think in the short, simple answer, that's who I am.
Yeah, for sure.
Where you grew up at? Where you grew up?
I grew up in Seattle.
Seattle.
So I was in Seattle. My mom and dad were never together. So I was either with my mom in Seattle or I would move to LA with my dad and his mom, my grandmother. So I was either with one or with the other. So I was back and forth. So I was in Seattle till 4th and 5th grade. I moved to LA. Then I came back to Seattle after 5th grade. And I went back to LA from 8th grade to 10th grade year. And then 10th grade, I moved back to Seattle. So I was back and forth the whole time, but I'm really from Seattle.
So
I
like
spend more time there.
so like in high school, when you realized that basketball is probably something that you about to start taking serious, where was it that you like got your exposure at? Was it when you was in LA, when you was in Seattle?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I was, you guys know Baron Davis, right?
Of course,
Yeah,
of
for sure.
course.
Okay. So when I'm 16 years old, I'm playing in a camp when I'm living in LA at the time, 15 years old, and I play against Baron Davis. And bro, you guys seen me dribble, I can hoop, right? And he locked me up. I'm like, damn, he stole the ball from me. I get it again. He steal it from me again, dunking. And it felt like it was 5 people pressing me. It was just him. So I went home. I'm like, bro, I never want to feel like that on the basketball court again. So I was just locked in even more. I spent a lot of time by myself. That's why a lot of my moves I made up on my own because I was spending so much time by myself. And then fast forward to next year, I moved to Seattle, and I'm 16. And I'm playing. This is my mixtape circuit. I'm like, where's the best runs at? So I'm playing. This is before social media, so everybody didn't know what was going on. So I'm going around town. I'm hooping and like, oh, Little Maul's back. And then when I left, I was 5'9". I came back out 6'4", but I still dribbled the same.
Yeah.
So everybody's like, man, Maul, he got taller, everything. So my name's going around the community, and Doug Christie is a pro. He sees me. He's like, yo, you can play my pro-am. And his pro-am at the time is now my pro-am. So I was a kid coming up in that. I'm playing against pros. In that first, I'm struggling. This is like the hand check era. So they, boom, like I'm not getting my moves off. I'm playing against overseas dudes. So I figured that part out. Doug rolls his ankle, and I averaged 30 points the rest of the way. That's why that shake and bake move, I made up at that pro when I was 16 on accident.
Nah.
Yeah, on accident.
I was just about to ask you,
Yo,
how does
bro.
it feel to make a know you were a creator of a move?
Listen,
like kids
it's
really
crazy.
used to sit in their backyard and practice.
Yo,
I used to
listen.
spam that on 2K.
That move, yo,
So-
that move at 2K.
Yeah, I used
Man,
to
listen.
spam the Jamal Crawford
It's-
behind the line on 2K.
It's crazy because I made it up out of fear. So fast forward, the first 4 games I played, I didn't do nothing because they were, like I said, they were being more physical, and I wasn't ready for that. Fast forward, I start killing. I make the All-Star game, and one of the guys who locked me up is in the All-Star game with me. It's me and him, one-on-one. I'm coming down the court. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm like, what am I going to do? And I do the move. Boom, right? He goes the complete, like at least 8 feet to the left, and I lay it up, and I hit the wall. I was going so fast. My mom was at the game. I'm like, Mom, what did I do? What move did I do? She's like, I don't know. And I start thinking, I'm like, oh, I could do that. So the crazy part about that move is the move you guys talked about and that you've seen on 2K, that's the shortened version of the move. When I did it that one time, I did the whole thing. And if I ever made an All-Star game, I was going to do the full move. The full move is twice as good as the move you guys have seen. That's what's crazy about that.
Yeah.
But it feels crazy to, like, know that you brought something to the game. Like, you brought a move that had never been done in life to the game of basketball. Like, that's
Wait, so what's the
that's
full
crazy.
move? What's the full
That's
move?
crazy, bro.
What's the full move?
Bro, I'm gonna give it to. I'm gonna let my son do it. I'm gonna show him.
Okay.
He's gonna do it.
Okay. Say the word.
Hey, or I'm gonna show it to Wemby. I that's the two things. I'm gonna show it to Wemby. Or I'm gonna show it to my son.
How you feel about Wemby? If we go now that we're on the topic, because I got high hopes for him. I told Ian the other day I think Wemby could be the greatest of all time. He has potential to be the greatest. He has a potential.
You see?
The potential is.
I'm saying Wemby's great. Like he's never seen before. He does things that smaller guys can do. Wemby's amazing. But I'm saying he played one season. Like.
What you mean?
But I don't think it's far fetched. I think he has the potential. He's 7 foot, could shoot it, could dribble it. Like he has the potential.
All right, so if a player, Jamal, I'm asking you like this: if a player gets Defensive Player of the Year for the next 10 seasons,
you think you can get it for the next 10 seasons?
Who in the NBA plays as much defense as Wemby?
But this is the thing. Even if he wins Defensive Player of the Year for the next 10 years, you're ultimately when you're that great, you're ultimately at the end of the day are going to be judged by championships. And that's why people love Bron. That's why people love Jordan. That's why people love Kobe. That's why people love Bill Russell, because they won championships. So you can have all the individual stats in the world, but you'll be judged by championship. That's why I can't unsee Jordan. I just never seen nothing like him. And once he figured out how to win a championship, he never went to a championship and lost again. Like, it's hard to win back-to-back now. Like, it's been 6 years for somebody to win 2 in a row. He won 3 in a row, went and played a different sport, came back and won 3 more in a row. Like, it's crazy. But Wemby has the potential to be, I'll say, one of the very best ever.
Yeah.
And it's not because of stuff you can see. The thing about him, and I hope the younger generation gets, it's not about the stuff, the alien miss to get a tip dunking. It's the little things. Bro, I met him one time, right? I was announcing his game. After the game is over, I'm leaving. My man's in the weight room, like immediately. After the weight room, he sees me walking out. He comes over, and he puts his head down. It's almost like he just wanted some wisdom. So I just started talking to him. And those little things, I'm stretched, I'm taking care of my body. You saw the thing where I think Drake wanted him to come on stage. And he was like, "Can my teammates come?" And they were like, "Nah." He's like, "Well, I'm not coming." Like, those little details is going to be the great separator from going from good to great, great to greater, great to the greatest. Like, those little details, if you consistently do those things, and that's for you guys too, if you consistently are stretching, even if you're not sore, if you're icing, if you're watching film, like, all those little details are going to take you to a whole nother level. You're going to max yourself out. That's what we all want.
Yeah, for sure. And when you spoke about commentating, you just got into that, that was this year or last year?
Last year. So last year I was doing more studio.
Okay.
And they signed me for that. This year I'm doing studio, I'm commentating games, I'm writing for NBA.com, I'm doing voiceovers for the NBA through the finals, I'm interviewing people on Crawford's couch, and I did sideline reporting for the All-Star game. So from last year to this year, I was doing one thing, now I'm doing 6 things. And it's dope that I'm, like you said, I'm always watching film. I'm always doing those little things to continue to grow. Because if I'm not trying to max out and be the best at it, then why do it?
Yeah. Definitely. How's that for you? You like commentating? You enjoy it?
I love it because you get lost in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can really, and it's different because I can literally tell you what moves they're doing and why they're doing it and what he was thinking when he was doing it.
Yeah.
And how he feels after missing 2 shots in a row, or how he feels now. I can tell Reggie Jackson, right, for Denver. I can tell when he's having a good game. He misses 2. Okay, he's just playing regularly. He makes 2, he starts skipping, he starts, like, you can just see his whole swag and how his confidence is building. But those are little details, I think, that the viewer needs to get inside of and not just making or missing shots.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like when you play basketball for so long and then you finally get to sit back and just watch it, like, you, like, being, like, so close to it, like, with the podcasting and all of that, you feel close to the game again. Like,
for sure.
You feel so. I haven't played basketball in dumb long. As soon as we started podcasting, it felt like I've been so close to basketball again. Like,
and it allows you to see it from a different angle.
Different
angle. Yeah, you're not playing.
Yeah, for sure. So if you're doing that, you're educating yourself too. You're getting smarter. Yeah. And now if you can get smart enough, you can go teach it. And you can teach a whole nother generation. Now you can go teach, the 13, 14, 15, or whatever middle school dudes coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like, they look up to y'all. Like, that's a whole nother level of legacy.
Yeah.
Speaking on that, I just the other day found out what like a coaches mean when they say a player's uncoachable. Like you know when coaches used to tell me, "Yo, Pat, you so uncoachable." I used to look at them like this, like a mad man. Like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Right?
Like, now I'm sitting from the back and like a player will get hit with a pick and roll and they'll be like, "But the screen hit me." Like, they used to see uncoachable. I used to be like, damn, I was just like that.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
Right.
That.
Yeah, nah. Yeah. I feel like some players don't like. I feel like, but that is like about taking criticism.
Yeah.
Being able to just take criticism and use feedback to get better instead of like
It'd be a lot
pushing
we don't
back.
See though on the court, like playing a game, like I feel like we be so focused on the game. It'd be a lot of stuff we don't see.
Nah, yeah, that's what the coach is there for. But you gotta listen though. You feel me? Because obviously,
you got to be coachable, and no matter what, I think being coachable in one thing, you could be coachable in everything. And what I mean by that is, even when basketball's over with, and you guys make millions of dollars, or you be like, you know what, I want to go make millions in podcasts, or whatever it is, you're gonna have to have a team. And if your team is always telling you what you want to hear, they're almost hurting you in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Because we all got room for growth, and that's why we got to be able to hold each other accountable and know that it's coming from a good place. That's my man. He wants the best for me. He's going to tell me the truth to help me out. He's not going to tell me something to hurt me. And so being coachable to me, like Michael Jordan, it was coachable. Like, in LeBron's coachable. Like, these guys are the best at what they do. So if they're coachable and they're still learning,
why you can't?
if we can be coached, bro. That's how I look at it.
For sure.
You coach your son.
Do you coach JJ right now?
Yeah, I coach him right now.
Yeah. How's that been for you?
You know what? It
Being able to,
evolved. It was tricky because I was like, man, I don't want to be the dad. Oh, he's daddy balling. So
Yeah.
I used to be harder on him than everybody else. Like what
yeah,
I really felt about all y'all, I'm gonna say it to him, but really I feel this about all y'all. But
yeah,
he's my son, right? So I know he can take it. But I'm not sure it's as enjoyable the first year. But like last year, the midway point, I'm like, man, people. This is one thing y'all is gonna learn in y'all journey. You could do everything right. You could do everything the best of your ability. They're gonna still find something to hate about. So
Nah,
at the end
yeah.
of the day, don't do it for them. Do it for you. And as long as you know it's the right thing to do, you're good. Because I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I want him to be successful, but I want all y'all to be successful. Like my goal for my team is for all 9 of them to get Division I scholarship offers. Like they're only in 8th grade, but that's my goal for all of them. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, and he's gonna do well because he's a good player and he works hard. But y'all are gonna do well too. Like right now, I think we were just 3rd in the country, and
yeah,
it's like it ain't him 3rd in the country, it ain't me, it's all of us. So
yeah,
I want them to continue to work hard, continue to do it the right way. But I think I made it more enjoyable for him. So instead of like yelling at him all the time, now I'm actually coaching him like I
yeah,
Yeah.
would if his last name was Johnson or Jackson or anything. And that's been a better thing for me, and I know it's been better for him for sure.
yeah. But like I'm saying, yeah, I've seen him in hoop. I hit him. I be talking to him, dropping some gems on him. JJ,
I
that's my boy.
appreciate that, bro, because he
Yeah,
looks
for
up to
sure.
you for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
He be like, "Dad, Ian Jackson." I'm like, dog. He gets so excited. I'm like, right now when you're looking at Ian, look how hard he's working. Like you see the
yeah,
dunks on, but watch out because I watched your stuff with Chris, and I'm
yeah,
like, don't just look at the stuff that's dope and cool to see. Look how hard he's working. Look at how driven he is. Look at the effort plays. Like look at that stuff because that's the stuff that can translate no matter where you play at, high school, college, pros, wherever. Don't just look at the kids. They want to see the highlight.
yeah.
Oh, he
The
did this
dunks.
dunker.
Yeah,
Like, nah, look at how he got to the dunk. Look at his footwork. Look at the setup. Those are the little details we're on right now. And he's eating that stuff up, bro. So
yeah,
it's dope. I appreciate you.
yeah, for sure. And you know what's crazy? Like I ain't get to that point where it's like going hard every rep until about like probably like a 2 years ago, a year ago.
For real?
Yeah. Like before, I don't know. My perspective on it changed, right? So before I was good, right? I was better than guys, so I didn't really see like. I'm not saying I wasn't going hard, but I know it wasn't as much as I could have done, right? And then I went to the OT league, and then I started seeing like how hard that game was and how much I couldn't do, right? So I was like, yeah, I got to get better, right?
So that's crazy you say that. So I worked out with Kevin Durant, and we worked out maybe like 3 years ago now, 3 or 4 years ago. And I promise you, he works out like he plays. When you get a chance to work out with him, when y'all see him in person and around him, every rep is like a playoff rep.
Yeah,
And it makes sense why he scores so easy because he's working like that. You know how we all be like, okay, it's warm ups. Let me just go through it, whatever. He works so hard that there's no off and on switch for him. Like as soon as he knows one speed. So when the game comes, it actually slows the game down for you because you're
yeah,
used to going that speed. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh, this is easy. I don't have to turn it up. I'm already here. So now I can adjust and make my proper adjustments. But that's a big thing. And JJ actually worked out with Devin Booker last summer. And when he worked out with him, he was like, "Oh, Dad." You could see he didn't say it, but you can be like, "Oh, this is what you're talking about."
yeah.
And that's changed everything for him once he worked out with him. He's like, "Dang, like I see how hard every single rep." He was exhausted, but he saw every single rep was like that. And Book was just going through his normal workout, which was dope. So yeah, that's game changing type information.
Yeah.
Nah,
I
definitely.
understanding that you got it from me. Yeah.
So you play for a lot of NBA teams.
Yeah.
What's your favorite team to play that you played on? Tell us why.
If I'm being honest, it was two. It was the Knicks and it was the Clippers. The Knicks because y'all been in the Garden, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're on stage. So
Yeah.
it's all my favorite people, Jay-Z, Chris Rock, Samuel L. Jackson, Adam Sandler. They're all like watching me perform now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it gives you a whole different level of like performance. It's not just like, oh, I'm in the NBA, I'm playing this game. It's like, no, you're performing.
Yeah.
Like Heath Ledger, who played in The Dark Knight, he played the Joker. His first NBA game was there and he watched me and he left talking about me. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you never know who's gonna watch you. Um, that's that part. So MSG was definitely number one, and then the Clippers because we felt like we could win a championship. It was the best team I ever played with. I'm playing with superstars and Blake and Chris and DJ and these dudes, and we got a chance to actually win a championship. We didn't, But those two places were like, okay, this is the world's watching me play and perform, and that was so dope to me. It kept me sharp. It kept me on edge. I was like, I'm not going to be there and go disappear. And by the way, when I was in the Garden, if we had an afternoon game, I would play in the game, then I would go to the park and go ask them what moves they want me to do. Like I was just so connected to the city in both levels.
Nah, that's why I said playing in the Garden is probably like
it's nothing like it,
being
bro.
in New York is insane.
It's probably
bro.
For you, it's a blessing in disguise, or it
For
could
sure.
be the complete opposite. Because playing in
Absolutely.
New York, the pressure of playing in your home city, oh God.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
God.
a whole different thing. You
Yeah,
right?
that's a whole
That's a
nother.
whole different
That's
thing.
like a completely. You not
Yeah.
you no longer just a player. Like you born
Nah.
and raised.
Yeah, you was
You
here.
breathe the same air. Y'all got on the same subway.
We seen you for mad long.
We've been seeing you for years. You
Bro,
better.
and I'm gonna take it a step further. Those things are true, but then also, hey, I need you to come talk to these kids. They know you in town. Hey, I need you to do this. Hey, you need 50 tickets by everybody coming to the game every single day.
Yeah.
Like that's a whole nother level of pressure.
They know you around, bro.
I didn't even think about
you
that.
ain't going nowhere
I'm
far.
telling you.
They know you around.
They know you around,
know
bro.
you there.
They know your
you
whole
play,
schedule.
Yeah,
Yo,
you play tomorrow. Oh, I need tickets. I know you in the city.
And
Yeah,
they gonna start calling you at 6:59. Why you in the line?
Exactly.
everybody's calling you, trying to warm up.
Where you
yeah,
at?
was that
that's
ever
a
an
whole
issue for
nother
you?
focus,
Damn.
and that's a whole nother energy you're using to keep giving to people. Like, man, I got to pop up over here. Oh man, hey, your whole high school needs you to come speak at this assembly. We need guest speak. Like, and you gonna say no? Like you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a whole different thing.
That's
You
the
know
thing,
what's
bro.
crazy though?
Game days.
A lot of people that we spoke to, like especially on the pod, like especially like former NBA players and stuff, their one advice is always you gotta know how to say no when you make it there.
That was so hard for me, bro. That was because you know what? Because you're coming into all this money and fame, and you have your community that you was just with, like.
Yeah.
And I only went to college for a year, so it basically saw me go kind of from high school to the league. And it's like you could say yes, and what hurt me was like, man, you changed. I'm like, dang, I changed, bro. Like you could say yes to something 5 times in a row. The 6th time come and you say no, oh, he's changed. And once I got okay, well, I just changed. Then, bro, if you're gonna change up on me because I said no one time, then we good. We don't even need. It's all good.
Yeah.
And that gave me a sense of peace. Like, bro, I can't say. And this is the thing about that, and this is for both y'all through your journey. The thing about it is this: when one person asks you, they feel like they're the only person asking you. They don't know they're one of 100 people asking you for something. You know what I'm saying? So like, you may be like, man, can I get $100? Dang, it's only $100, bro. You got millions. Yeah, but 100 people just asked me for $100.
So you do 100
You know what I'm saying?
times 100.
Come on, bro. That's 10,000 now. Now we're 10,000.
Yeah, that's a whole nother number.
Yeah,
for sure.
on, bro.
Where did you go to college at?
University of Michigan.
How was that? When they done?
I wanted to always attend Michigan because of the Fab Five. So I was recruiting them before they was recruiting me. You know what I mean? Like I always wanted to go to Michigan. I went to school with Tom Brady actually. So like it was a lot of people there at that time.
Yeah, y'all was connected. Y'all was speak. Y'all used to talk stuff in college.
Because basketball and football, we all ate dinner together every day. We had a training table, and we all basically ate dinner together. So we would go to their games, they'd come to our games, and everything for sure.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's connected, bro. It's like, bro, y'all all athletes.
Going to college with Brady is old.
Yeah, nah, that's lit.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
In college, was he was good in college, or he was like regular?
No, bro. So what's crazy is we had like a team manager, and he was from the same place. And Brady didn't even start like his freshman or sophomore year. This dude named Drew Henson, he was a Yankees pitcher, and he had a lot of hype, so they had him starting the quarterback. And the team manager used to be like, man, I'm telling you, if they just play Brady, I'm telling you, he's going to change everything. And they start playing him his junior year, I believe. And, bro, he just took off from there. He still got drafted low, but when he got to New England, same thing happened. They started I think it was Bledsoe.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
he got hurt
over him.
He got hurt.
He got hurt.
He got
It was over.
That was history.
Changed everything.
That was
It was over. He took that shot and it was done.
Yeah, that's crazy. God working crazy ways, man.
Yeah,
Always, bro.
The craziest ways. How did you feel like you was ready for college? How you feel like your transition from high school to college was? Like, you think you was ready for college? Like, was it hard adjusting? Because I know the college level is very different from high school.
Like
It's
the
very
game,
different from
is
the
completely
league,
different. Facts.
The pace, everything.
So for me, that's a good question. For me, like the hardest adjustment was being away from home. So I'm from Seattle, so I went all the way to Michigan. And when you're a kid, like I want to go to Michigan, you're not thinking how far it is. You're just like, I just want to go to Michigan. So that was the hardest adjustment. Once I got past that part, the basketball part was easy, to be honest with you, because y'all see it now. A lot of people want to play down and dominate. My training method was opposite. I wanted to play up as much as possible because I'm 12 years old playing with pros, right? Like, I'm not getting the ball much. I'm not doing nothing, but I'm out here gaining my confidence. So when I went back to the 12 years, I'm like, oh, this is easy. But I did that my whole way up. So seeing colleges, I'm like, I've been playing against pros since I was 16. I'm playing against Gary Payton. I'm playing against Sean Kemp. I'm playing with Doug Christie. I'm working out with pros. So seeing y'all dudes, I'm like, man, I've already seen the best of the best. And more than anything, being around the pro, the best thing about being around a pro is the knowledge, because they already know the path you're going. So if they can give me the knowledge not to make mistakes or what to do to be successful, that's the main thing for me. So I already had that going into college. So it was just the homesick part. I didn't go out to a party one time in college. If they went out, they come on the lights at 2 a.m, they see I was in the gym. Because my thing was, how am I going to be prepared enough to get out of here as soon as I can? I didn't think I was leaving after my freshman year, but I wanted my game to be ready and I at least have the option to. And I ended up leaving after my freshman year.
So then you get drafted. What team was you drafted into?
Chicago Bulls.
Chicago Bulls. Now you a rookie in the NBA.
Chicago.
Brand new life.
Yeah.
Brand new city. Everything. How was that?
No, that was dope because Chicago was I love Jordan. So Chicago is my team. Like I hadn't been in the city, but I basically, followed the Bulls the whole time.
Yeah.
And he had just retired 2 years before because I got drafted in 2000. He retired in 98. You know what I'm saying? So you could tell like the games were still sold out because people bought tickets in advance. All that stuff was still there. And you're playing for the Bulls. Like I'm wearing the same jersey my favorite player wore. So, and I'm in the hood. I'm everywhere. I'm running around playing summer leagues. Crazy story. D Rose told me I was one of the first pros he ever seen in person because I was playing in the hood when he was a kid, 10, 11 years old.
Yeah.
And he saw me like, yo, that's crazy. So, now that we have our own friendship and stuff, you just never know who's watching. So when y'all moving around, just know all these young kids are watching your guys' movement. They're watching how you guys are moving. And I'm not saying you got to be perfect. Just treat people with respect because there's always somebody that's younger and you just watching your moves because y'all are the wave right now. You know what I mean? So hold that. It's dope to be the wave, but hold that with a certain responsibility as well.
Nah, that's crazy.
But it was dope. It was dope to be in Chicago, bro.
D Rose watching when he's a kid before he's even D
kid.
Rose, and now he grow up and he remember. That's crazy. Stuff like that's really crazy, bro. That's really crazy.
Yeah, D Rose was like 12 or 13 at the time.
Yeah. Who you say that some of the your top 5 teammates that you've played with?
That's a great question. DeAndre Jordan, Nate Robinson. That's a tough one.
Yeah, they're gonna see this.
A lot of people.
Because I played 20 years.
You played 20 years with a lot of people.
With a lot of people, bro.
Damn, Blake was a menace when you played with him too, bro.
Oh, hold on. You saying top 5 teammates that I got along with, or like top
that you played with?
Oh, okay, that's a different question. Okay, my bad. Stephon Marbury, Chris Paul, Joe Johnson, Blake Griffin, LaMarcus Aldridge, Jimmy Butler. Cat talent-wise. But then look, I played with like some of my heroes. I played with Scottie Pippen. I played with Penny Hardaway. I played with Grant Hill. They weren't at their prime. I played with Paul Pierce. But if you put all of them in their prime, that's a whole different question.
Yeah, that's a whole
But I was able to get the knowledge. Yeah.
Penny Hardaway.
That's what you played with. Penny. I love Penny.
Bro, I wore number 1 because of Penny. If I could have my son JJ play like anybody, if they could say, he could play like one person, it would be Penny. Yeah, Penny that can shoot it better, for sure.
Nah, Penny was OD, bro. I just love
Penny
his pace.
That was Penny with the spin step back. That's his move, right?
Yeah, the spin back.
Yeah, that was his move.
That move is too
y'all
clean.
go watch Penny Hardaway highlights after. You like, dude, he was dunking on everybody, diamond, scoring, like he was doing everything.
Yeah,
Penny was definitely there. And you got to play with a lot of good people.
Yeah, for sure.
But I feel like a player even after his prime is still the player because you know what I'm saying. Like they got that same experience.
Yeah, they still know the game.
Right now, if you get on the court, you probably if you're in the NBA right now, how much you averaging right now?
Okay, let me ask you this. I'm 44.
Okay,
but give me if you gave me like a month to really get in NBA shape because it's different.
Yeah.
It's different. But if you gave me a month to get in NBA shape,
and then how many minutes do I get? I put you on the Spurs with Wemby.
Okay, how many minutes I get?
We want to kill you.
You a 6 man. You gonna stay 6 man.
All right, so let's say
you get 25.
25 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm averaging 18 points for sure.
18.
I could give it to you too. I really think he was very
bro.
yeah,
I'm gonna tell you how I would do it. I'm gonna tell you how I would do it.
Go ahead, ring it out.
I'm gonna make 3 threes a game.
Uh-huh.
That's at 9. I'm gonna make 3 mid ranges a game. Now I'm at 15. And I'm gonna make 3 free throws. That's easy. Are you serious? That's easy.
When you break basketball down like that, it becomes a lot more easier.
Nah,
you know what's crazy?
When I was young,
a coach told me that before. He said, Pat, if you want to get 20, bro, 6 layups, Pat. Just 6 layups every quarter, just every half. Just make sure you get 6 layups.
Bro.
When you think about it like that.
Like, you just get 5 a quarter. 5 points.
Five
when you think about it,
points,
it's 5 points a quarter.
Yeah.
Bro,
you
you guys see how everybody shoots threes.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take it further. I'm gonna shoot 8 threes. I'm gonna make 3 of them. I'm gonna shoot 4 mid range. I'm gonna make 3 of those. Those are layups. That's 15. I'm gonna go the whole couple times. I'm gonna make 3 free throws.
Yeah.
Bro, that's 18.
Easy 18, quick ones.
Easy. Now I'm going to sit down after my 20 minutes. I'm 25 minutes. I'm sitting down, bro. I'm be coaching from the side, telling them what to do.
What's it called? Speaking of playing, you the crossover league, right? How did that whole thing start for you? Like, what made you say, all right, but let me start this up. Let me. What started?
No, so that was Doug Christie. So, like I said, that was his pro-am first, right?
Uh-huh.
And he was just doing it for the local dudes around to have a place to play in the summer when he was home. And so this was 1997. He took it over till 2005. He was getting later in his career, and he's like, yo, you grew up in it, so I know you'll make sure that it's good. I'm like, all right, I got it. So it took us a while to find our footing as far as, like, we would change venues. We would change in gyms, so it was hard to keep. We had to buy flyers and pass them out. There was no social media.
Yeah.
So we didn't, like, have a stable, like, environment for people to come watch us. And then 2012, everything changed because we had one environment, and we've been there ever since at Seattle Pacific University. Shout out to them. Mm-hmm. And then here comes Blake Griffin, Kevin Durant, Chris Paul, LaMarcus Aldridge, I think the first summer. Now everybody's like, damn, okay, here comes Kyrie. Here comes LeBron. Here comes, like all these people. And John Wall, and that's what changed everything. So for me, I think when you look at our team, our place in Seattle, we've had probably 30 people go to the pros since 2008. 2008 is when the Sonics left. So that's what's impressive to me is that we've had 30 pros with no NBA team. So it shows how big the crossover has been and how big we've been in the community to continue to reach down. Yeah, Zach LaVine, you next. All right, this how you do it. Paolo, this how you do it. DeJounte, this how you do it. Isaiah, Brandon Roy. And those guys are doing the same thing. So that's why you see so many pros coming from one small location.
So right now in the NBA, who's your under 25? You have 5 best players in the NBA under 25.
How old is Luka? Let me know how old Luka and SJ is. But while you're doing that, I'm gonna say Wemby, Anthony Edwards.
Luka 25, Shea 25.
Luka, both of those two. So that's 4. Wemby, Anthony Edwards, Luka, Shea, and who else is 25? How old is Tatum?
I think Tatum might be 26.
I think 26.
Okay.
26, yeah.
Okay, so that's 4.
Paolo. That's a bad man
Paolo.
right there.
Did you put Wemby? You put Wemby in there?
Yeah, he put Wemby in there.
Yeah, I said Wemby.
Apollo's good.
I said Wemby, Shea, Paolo, Luka, Ant-Man.
And now, out of those 5, if you had to cut 2 of them,
oh my God!
If you had to cut 2 out of that 5, who you cutting?
Well, you said Shea.
See, I could score, but I could pass too, and this one I'm gonna pass to y'all. I'm letting y'all make the cut. You gotta make the cut. Both y'all gotta cut one. Both y'all gotta cut one. Bro.
What if we get to the league and they like, yo, you know I see now, you cut me? I said no more.
Then you better be ready because they gonna come at you.
So who you cutting? Damn.
You said
I made the 5. Now y'all gotta do the cut.
I said no more. You said Chet, Wemby.
No, he didn't say Chet.
He said Paolo, Wemby,
Shea,
and Luka.
Luka's staying. Shea is staying.
Y'all figuring that out.
I can't.
Shea is staying.
I can't cut 3 of them, bro. That's heavy, bro.
We cut 2 of them.
No, 2. You cutting 1 and Pat's cutting 1. Figure it out.
Oh, man. Nah. That shit
This thing walked into that's a hard one.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm cutting Paolo. He went to Duke.
Y'all thought y'all had me tricked with that question. Now I done flipped it. Now y'all got to cut 1.
I'm cutting Paolo. He went to Duke. I'm cutting him. Paolo got to go.
Cut Paolo. He went to Duke.
He cutting Seattle's finest. All right. Y'all do the cutting. Pat, who you cutting, bro?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
They're gonna
Life comes at you fast.
They about to bash me. They about to bash.
Life comes at you fast, bro.
Damn, bro. On the list with Luka,
You better not cut
Shea, and Wemby.
Oh, it's gonna get ugly for you, Pat.
Don't
This
cut.
is bad.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
They're about to kill you on the line, bro.
Yeah, they
Yo,
gonna
my
kill him.
fault, Ant, bro, but
Ant?
I can't. If I have Shea, I don't really need you. I don't need him if I got Shea.
Ooh, wait.
I don't need him if I got Shea.
Hey, Pat, you got a lot of heart, bro. I'm just saying. I don't know.
I don't need you if I got Shea, bro.
That's insane.
I don't. Now
That's
we're gonna talk about it. Now I want to ask Jamal the main question, bro. Anthony Edwards and Shea Gill.
Every time you ask this, I say that.
No,
just-
bias
all
the
right,
question
all right, bet.
with your opinion. Don't gaslight nobody. No tricks. Think, please.
I think that is so tough. But I think right now, today, I think I'll take Ant. But if I'm thinking long term, I think Shea's game can translate for longer just because he doesn't play above the rim as
Yeah,
much.
it's not no athletics really. It's just
Yeah, so his style will be sustainable for a long time.
Yeah.
Same with Luka, same with Jalen Brunson, same with those type of dudes. But Ant's different, dog. So
Ant's
that's
good,
tough, man.
Ant's
That's
good.
tough.
See, Shea, you out the playoffs and everything now, bro. I've been supporting Shea for 2 months straight, bro. It's 2 months. I hope you see. I got you over everybody, Shea. Next season, you better get MVP, bro. So if Shea took MVP this year, there will be no argument, bro.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie.
I thought he
should've won
had
this
it.
year.
I thought he
was gonna
had
win
it, gang.
Nah.
If I had a vote, I would have voted for
If
him.
I had a vote, I would have voted for him too,
Nah,
bro.
I'm not gonna lie. I knew Jokic was gonna win it, bro.
Like Shea on and off the court, his errors.
Yeah, how'd
his-
you know that, bro?
Nah, but Jokic is just Jokic, bro.
He's lying too.
Nah, listen.
Just a couple days ago,
I wanted somebody else to win.
He was cheering Embiid is better than Joker.
Nah, I think Embiid is better than Joker. But
Ooh.
nah, listen to me. All right, hear me out.
tough, too.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
Take
Hear
a
me out.
shot for me.
Hear me out. 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 Look, I think just like one-on-one, right? Like when Embiid was healthy, he was getting 60, 70. Like he was a menace. Like I don't think anybody can guard him.
No, nobody can guard him.
That's what I'm saying.
But
I think
Joker
on
won a
a team,
championship, bro.
I think on a team, Joker is way better. Like Joker.
Well, you playing team basketball, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Like, I'm trying to say it like this. I feel like I could put Joker on, and they told me Joker on the Pelicans right now, don't take them to the playoffs.
Nah.
They go-
He goes to the playoffs. For
Joker
sure.
on the
They go.
Pelicans right now,
They go to the
they're
playoffs.
going
They
to,
go.
they're going
Bro.
to,
He taking the Pistons to the playoffs? Yeah, they're in the playoffs.
yeah, bro.
Bro, Embiid is dominant. Like, he is a force. And if he won MVP, you can't argue that because he's the most dominant player in basketball right now.
Yeah.
But Joker is playing a different game, bro.
Whole
I'm telling you.
different game.
I watched him play, and we watched him probably 7 games this playoff.
Yeah.
Bro, he is scoring 30, and he doesn't even want to score. Like, he wants to pass and do everything else, and he's still scoring 30.
Like his 30
Like-
is like forced. Like, it's
Bro.
like, it's so like, it's not like he's not trying, gang.
Nah,
Like, he's
Joker,
doing,
Joker's good. Go ahead.
Ian, who's the hardest matchup you've had in high school? And when you answer, I'm going to follow up with something. So far, who's the hardest matchup you had?
damn, that's a tough one.
Man, jeez.
Like a high school player
Who
that he
gave
had to
me-
guard?
A high school player I had to guard?
That you had to guard or you had to battle with?
Who gave me a run for my money a few times?
Couple people.
Nah, it's not been a couple people. Watch your mouth.
Like 3.
Never. Who?
I got like 3
Who?
people gave you.
Name
Yeah.
any one of them, and then any or however you want to do it. But I gotta say this after you say it.
I'll say the hardest to guard for me was probably Carter Knox.
Okay, Carter Knox.
Yeah.
The difference with Joker is this: Joker's not playing against whoever he's playing against. He's playing against the coach. Bro, he's just adjusting to what they do. That's how smart he is when he's
Yeah.
playing. Like, he's a whole different chess level player. Like, he's different, bro. I'm telling you.
Like, it's crazy when you watch him play. Like, he would literally grab the ball on top of the key and just work magic, dude. Like,
Yeah, he's working magic.
he just does that. He just
He's
does
working
this,
magic, bro. He's
and
cold.
make the pass, bro.
He's like 5 great players combined in one.
Nah,
bro.
he's
Like,
good.
he's crazy.
Joker's good. Joker's good. I was being heavy. My bad.
Yeah, see? Jokic, he said my fault, bro. He said my
He said
fault.
his fault.
Another one
Yeah.
I got for you, Jamal. You can't run away from this one, though. You can't run away from this one.
I'm not
Please.
running, bro.
We got Brunson or Kyrie. Right now, if you wanted to start a team, who you taking?
That comes down to youth. Like, honestly, if you saying start a team, because if you say start a team or I had to win one game, those are two different questions. So you sure you want to do start the team?
Now you got to win one game because it does come down to youth.
It
though.
does matter on the youth. Yeah. If you want to win
one game right now,
if you want to win a game,
I'm taking Kyrie.
I'm taking this version of Kyrie right now.
I think Kyrie's at his best version right now that he's been in his whole career, bro.
Speaking of Kyrie,
I promise, I think Kyrie right now is at his most. Like, you looking at me like I'm crazy, bro. But Kyrie.
Oh, listen, Pat, you're right. I think because
Kyrie's in rare form.
He's mentally, emotionally, spiritually like a line, and bro, like think about it. Kyrie could take over any game. He's at peace with Luka. You do it. I'll take over when you need me to. Yeah. Like that's a different version of Kyrie. Yeah. And the last thing is quietly what he's doing. He's in the best shape I've ever seen him in. He's picking up full court. He's running around everywhere. Like he is something different right now. He's playing like he's possessed for real.
I feel like people don't understand that part. Like just being able to say, "Yo, this is your team." Like you feel me? Because Kyrie been a star player this whole time.
But you know how much you have to humble yourself for that,
bro. To say, "Yo, this is your team."
Like Kyrie actually went from a championship to won his own team, then going to Celtics, and now even going to. They had a bad run in the Celtics. Then we went to Brooklyn. Right. We ain't work out in Brooklyn either. And then now to finally sit, and it's so crazy to me, bro.
Yo, we was having a conversation, right? Pat thinks that the best scorer on each team should guard each other. Like, so Anthony Edwards should be guarding the best scorer on the other team.
But to Pat's point, that's how the 90s used to.
That's how it used
to be. That's what I'm trying to tell
No. I'm not saying. I'm not saying that. It was never like that.
Look at how he manipulate his words.
Here it is.
I told him. Look at how he manipulate his words. I said, I think you should be able to guard the best player on the team and still be the best player on your team offensively. He's telling why should I have to guard the best player? Who guards the best player still? Who guards the best? That's what he was doing. Because I told him, you don't play no defense.
I think now, right? I think now it's much harder because players are like so skilled to try to guard somebody. That's like you trying to run around guard Steph and then trying to go score 30.
Kobe did it.
Kobe did do it. But Ian, this is the thing. For your defense, I'll say this for your defense. Now, with positionless basketball, everybody's switching everything anyway.
Yeah.
Before, when I came up, like I couldn't run from Kobe. I couldn't run from Iverson. I had to really guard them dudes. If they scored 35 on me, they scored 35. I couldn't be like, man, switch up. Like our coaches at the time, they took that as weakness. So you had to guard your position. There was not positionless basketball. So that's one thing that changed. So to your defense, you can guard them if they run a pick and roll 9 times out of 10. Now they're going to switch it anyway. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little different right now, Pat.
Yeah.
I see. I guess I can give it.
But in the fourth quarter, I'm fighting over those screens. Like we need stops. I'm there.
You're there. Okay. I'm there. Yeah, you can't. Hey, bro, don't be the guy who uses all his athleticism one way. You got to take the challenge because that's what's separating Ant. He's a dog, bro.
That fourth quarter comes. It's 10 minutes left. It scores 97-97. I'm guarding you the rest of the game.
All right.
Everything else
you got it in you. You got it in you.
Yeah. You're not scoring no more.
I like you in the fourth quarter. You in the fourth quarter. That's another guy, though. Fourth quarter, that's another guy. The Bronx comes out of him in the fourth quarter. 1 through 3.
Hey, was that like your thing? Like, all right, bro, this game is going on. It's fourth quarter. I'm finishing it right now. So.
Absolutely.
You got a couple buzzer beaters. How much buzzer beaters you got?
No, bro. I had like 9 of them. But this is the thing. On my IG, you can see it. And I'm shocked by this stat. This is one of the stats I'm most proud about. I'm 4th all time in fourth quarter scoring in history of the NBA. It's Kobe, LeBron, Dirk, and me. When you think about it, that's tough because number one, you think about all the superstars, right? The Hardens, the Westbrooks, the Kyrie, everybody, Steph, everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah. And what's even tougher is I did it as a 6th man. So that's even crazier. Like, you know what I'm saying?
We ain't even bring that up yet. Like being a 6th man or coming off the bench, I feel like could be so demoting to somebody mental. Like in certain ways where you feel like I'm better than the guy in front of me, I work harder than the guy in front of me. How did you find a way to take the most negative thing possible and make it something so great, bro?
Before you answer.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Before you answer. I don't think it's negative, first of all. I don't think it's a negative thing. And I also think it's just like how mentally strong a person is.
Nah,
for you to get over the hump, like over your own ego.
Sometimes it's not ego though, like because it could be the situation where like you really know, like I work harder, I'm better than who's in front of me, but that coach probably got a whole nother vision. But you don't understand the coach. You got to buy into your coach's plan.
I just think you make best with your situation, right? You 6 man. Exactly what I think. Feel like Jamal did. You 6 man. You're gonna like just be okay with it. Come to like, all right,
Damn.
that's what it is.
So for me,
I'm
it
a
was a
kill.
combination of both of what y'all are saying. So I was at a point like I said, the league was different then. So I was at a point in my career where they were like, man, you're a good player, but you play on bad teams all the time. So I'm like, man, I know I'm not a selfish player. I know that I want to win more than anything. And I'm like, I'll come off the bench. I don't even care. And they're like, what? And I ended up getting traded to a team that needed me to come off the bench. Their starting five just went to the playoffs. They're already in place. And I'm like, I'll do whatever. And I was also mentally tough, and I was also that confident in my own game.
Yeah.
I'm like, dog, I can do everything. It don't matter. All right, cool. So I go off the bench, and I become the second leading scorer to Joe Johnson. We win 53 games. And what I didn't know was that me coming off the bench was going to take on a life of its own. There'd be kids all over the country, bro, I'm okay with coming off the bench now because you did it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a whole different thing because that's not why I did it. But that's the effect it's had ever since I did do it. You know what I'm saying? Now Lou Will's going off the bench. Manu, all these dudes. And people are like, they don't frown upon it no more.
Nah,
but
definitely.
for me, mentally, like I'm mentally tough. I like being challenged. Like I love being challenged. I want to be, it'd be like if you're a rapper, like, no, I could rap, I could sing, I could play the drums. Like most people only do one thing. Like, no, I could do everything. So I'm good with that. So I took that as a challenge, and then I tricked myself. When I was on the bench, I'd be watching the game, and I'd be like, yeah, they cool, but the show don't start till I walk in. And that's how I trick myself to be this heightened monster when I walk on the court, because I play with that energy.
In my defense, I started you in 2K. I always
A lot of people did, bro.
I make that adjustment.
But that's a coaching move. That's a coaching move.
I make that adjustment. When I used to see the Clippers, I started you, man.
My best play I seen you do was using New York, when you threw it off the backboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that move was clean. You never seen it?
Bro,
I know what you're talking about.
I did that like, I think I did like 5 times in the league, but I did it twice in the Garden. And people didn't know at the time what I was doing, but I knew. I'm like, man, if I could pull this off in the Garden, because it's the world's most famous arena, they're going to go crazy. And so doing that in the Garden was silly. And it was in traffic the first time. No, both times in traffic.
You know what? I hear like the game that you got, like people will say like it's kind of like a street ball. You know what I'm saying?
For
like
sure.
Flashy.
Oh, yeah. Why you never played in Dykeman?
Dykeman wasn't popping when I was there. I played in Rucker.
Rucker was popping.
But
Yeah, I played with Jay-Z's team and everything. Like, Rucker was popping when I was there.
Your game is like a street ball. Did you feel like the NBA like bought into your game? Like, or did you have to like? Because I heard like even what we said earlier, like Skip, I heard like the NBA never let him be himself. Like they forced him to be.
Bro,
that's what Teague said.
You're absolutely right. And what's crazy is my game was ahead of its time. Like my game is for now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I was one of the only ones, one of the few, shooting threes off the dribble. Bro, I was shooting and not watching it go in since I was 16. I've been doing that for like 30 years now. You know what I'm saying? So like my game, but it was frowned upon. They're like, no. They used to think shooting a three off the dribble was the worst shot in basketball. They was like, no, why are you shooting with 22 seconds on the clock? You can get that shot anytime. Now, you have to be able to do that. That's a weapon. So the game has changed completely upside down. So for me, I was never really accepted. So that's another reason why I'm proud of myself, because I had 20 different coaches, 20 different systems in a time period where that was frowned upon, and I never lost myself. I was still playing like me. I was like, you know what? I waited my whole life to be here. I'm going to do my moves, period. I know I can do them. So I'm going to do my moves. And at that point, if you take me out, whatever, take me out. But at least I can go home and they're like, man, you represented us on the street level. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't play one way and then get to the league and like, man, who was that? That ain't the dude I be playing with in the summer. Like, nah, I'm gonna play the same way. LA Fitness, at Dykeman, at Rucker, in front of 20,000 people. Ain't nothing changed. Just like I'm as a person.
Nah, definitely. And that's
tough. You still plan on playing in your league still?
For sure. I just played twice the other day. I'm still cold too, bro. I'm still cold, bro.
Y'all be hooping often?
Yeah. I'm starting to hoop more now, but we do be hooping off. Y'all gonna have to come to Seattle or something.
I'm not ducking no smoke, man.
Don't come to the Pro-Am and get embarrassed, bro. Make sure you train and work out. I don't want no excuses when you come, Pat, to the Pro-Am, bro.
I don't duck no smoke.
Yeah, Pat thinks he could beat Trae Young.
Bro, I don't duck no smoke from nobody.
Pat, this is the thing about Pro-Am, though. I'm going to be honest with you. You be like, yeah, I'm going to hoop. you may line up against a Trae Young, bro, and I'm not telling you you're gonna play against him. Like, there's no telling who you're gonna play against,
Yo,
bro. Just
listen.
be ready.
I don't even need to score, gang. I just know
Yeah,
I'm gonna
man.
win. I'm gonna
There
win
you
every
go.
game
There
I
you
get on the
go.
court. If I was
There you
set
go.
there, I can switch my game from Paul George to Draymond any second. Like
There you go.
1 second,
That means you're smart then. That means
I'm
you're
trying to
smart.
show you. I'm trying to show you.
Now, I gotta get out to Seattle. Like, I gotta get to the crossover league, man.
Before
It's
we,
like 2 leagues I always want to play in.
What,
It was
crossover
the,
league?
the Drew and
You
the
got to come out
crossover.
there, bro.
Yeah.
bro, we need to
For sure.
invite. I'm coming.
Yeah.
I don't want to duck no smoke.
Open invitation, bro. Whenever y'all ready. We're not gonna do it this summer, but next summer and beyond, we'll have it.
Yeah, I'm with it for sure.
Before
For
we wrap this up, what's some advice you got for Ian? He's about to leave for college in a couple of weeks. It's about to be a whole new start, going to North Carolina.
Yeah.
Getting away from all of the guys and everything.
Looking to chase
I would tell him, and I'm telling you, I told Paulo Ben Carroll the same thing. He was like, Maul, give me some advice about college. I'm like when you go down there, every second that you can get better. And what I mean by that is, I know you have your schoolwork, I know you have your team stuff, but when you're not doing that stuff, get in the gym, get up 300 shots, get up extra conditioning. Like every second, watch extra film. Like be proud of being the only one in the gym. They all like, man, we tired, we just left the gym. You're like, yeah, it's cool, man. Go back 2 hours later, get up 100 spot shots. You may not do the same intensity, but just find different ways to get better. That's going to be the separator, because those little things are over time. It's like putting money in the bank. Man, I put $1 in a day. I put 10 in a day. I put 100. And it may not seem like a lot, but you're going to look back over time like, damn, I didn't put in there thousands of dollars at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like you have that good equity. So I would say staying in love with the process, continuing to learn, but stay locked in. Don't go down there and be like, man, I'm away from home. This is my opportunity to party. And I'm not saying don't go out, but bro, I'm telling you, that was my mindset in Michigan. Like the more you can keep just getting those gains of separation. Ooh, another day, wasn't nobody in here. Yep, another day. And I just keep getting better and better. You're going to look back and you'll be twice the player you were when you walked in there. I promise you.
That was a good analogy with the money in the bank.
Daily deposits.
That's a good
Yeah.
analogy. I might use that one. You go heavy on use that one on the power.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. Hey, I'm a giver, bro. My game is for everybody.
Free game.
You got it.
Yeah,
Nah.
yeah. And what's some advice you would give to JJ, like going forward in his career?
With him, I always want him to, like, don't ever be satisfied. There's always, like, what pushed me was fear. The fear, bro. I used to love, in Seattle, it rains a lot. I used to love looking outside and nobody else on the court because it's raining. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting better. Because I knew, you know how they'd be like, man, there's somebody in Chicago, there's somebody in Atlanta working out right now, and you don't know it. I was that kid. So for him, I just want him to stay fear. I want fear to be the best motivator. Like, just stay hungry with that. Because, again, those games, man, okay, another day. Because one day, and I always tell him this, I'm like, you love Anthony Edwards, you love Shea, you got to train every day like you're going to be playing against them. You're not doing it to dominate these kids now in middle school or high school. You're training to one day play against SGA. How am I going to match up with SGA? How am I going to match up with Anthony Edwards? That's who my goal is. I'm not looking at what's here. I'm looking down the road. I'm a forward thinker. If I'm saying, okay, I'm playing next to this dude, I dominate him every day. All right, whatever. Like, nah, I'm looking down the road. How am I going to match up with Luka? That's what I'm going to be playing against. So you got to keep that in the mind to keep training like that.
Nah, and that's true. I didn't realize that's how you got to think about basketball until Bronny caught up with LeBron. Like, how did that happen?
Yep.
Like,
I'm telling you.
What?
Like, Bronny actually caught up with LeBron. Like, they about to be in the NBA together.
Yeah.
Together, right.
That's, like insane.
That's insane, bro, but that's how you got to think. You have to think. And that's why I played the same with LA Fitness. So what I would do is, I know dudes at LA Fitness can't guard me, but I was staying in shape, number one. And I knew, I'm like, okay, I'm not telling them, but today I'm only working out of hesitation pull-ups. Everything I do is going to be a hesi pull-up. Everything I do is going to be a hesi counter. So I was training while playing against them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so I don't care who's on the court. Like, nah, match yourself out. You're playing against you today. So figure out how, okay, dang, I'm missing my hesitation right. Okay, now I got to do my counters. Like, I'm getting better while having human bodies there. I'm using them like human cones.
Like cones,
it's not
yeah.
really about them. It's about me and if I can master my flow.
You got any regrets in your career?
Basketball-wise, my biggest regret is moving from the point guard position. Because for me, like, I was ahead of my time being a 6'5" point guard. But once they saw I could score and I'm so, like, just cool, I'm like, all right, I'll go to 2. if I would have stayed at the point, I could have had like a legendary Hall of Fame career. Because
Yeah.
people in Seattle know, but I love to pass and I do more than I do score. And that's what I was in high school. Like if you watch tapes and stuff, like I was a point guard. So for me, basketball wise, that was my biggest regret. I love being able to be fluid and be able to do a bunch of different things, but that's the one thing I would have stayed true to. Like, no, you're a point guard.
Yeah.
Definitely would have been an
sure.
OD tough point guard. It would have been like a
6'5",
LaMelo
Yeah.
Ball.
6'5",
Yes.
Bro, LaMelo grew up watching me because I was in LA at the time. So
Yeah.
when he was on TNT, you could look it up. They were like, "Who'd you grow up watching?" He's like, "I grew up watching Jamal and Penny." Like I should have stayed at point.
Yeah.
See, that's how real my IQ is when I'm watching basketball.
Yeah,
Spot
see?
on.
You already know, Pat. You already know. That's why you could be Draymond or you could be PG. I already see it.
Yo, Jamal, we appreciate you. Appreciate you coming up here,
Sure,
man.
bro. Anytime. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
I salute y'all for being so young and getting in this space and killing it. So keep going.
Yeah,
Thank
for
you,
sure.
bro. We
Appreciate it.
appreciate
Appreciate
it.
it.
For sure.
So, JD, we gotta get
Absolutely.
in the lab, man. So I'm waiting for
Hey,
him.
whenever. I'm always
lab.
willing to help, bro. Whenever.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Definitely.
For sure.
Yeah, and that's another episode of the Cap Jack Pod. Like, comment, subscribe. Let you know let us know who y'all want on next. P Wave.
It's Pat Wavy, man. We out of here.
Appreciate you, Brody.
Yes, sir.